Okay, so today I have to ask the question, what happened to our dearly beheaded? We've been all over the Shadowlands now, and in the mall. Okay, well, I haven't been. I'm on maybe the fifth chapter of the Maldraxxus story myself, so I haven't been in the mall and all over the place. But other people have, and other people have been all through Torghast and pretty much everywhere. So, you know that opening bit of questing where we see Tyrande kill Nathanos, and he says, "You'll send me straight to her." Where is he? What happened to him? Our dearly beheaded was beheaded. He should be dead now, not just undead, but dead in the Shadowlands. And with the Arbiter still busted, malfunctioning, whatever. He should have gone straight into the mall, right? Where is he? What happened? I've said for a while that I don't think Sylvanas feels about Nathanos the way he feels about her. Um, he called her my love at the end of BFA. For those of us who are Sylvanas loyalists and who got that little end scene. And he has clearly always been like Sylvanas' lapdog. So I would assume the moment he went into the mall, he sought her out, he went looking for her. But I haven't even seen from, other players or from data mining or from anything like where we've seen anything from him since. So if I missed something, someone out there please let me know. But if we're not even getting any hints as to where he is, which is what I suspect, that we're just like, that's it. That's the last we've gotten of him. We're not even getting like any side quest hints or any quest text hints or anything. Why? Is Blizzard planning on some epic reunion? Did the jailers scoop him up to keep him from interacting with Sylvanas for some reason? Like, persuading her in some way? That doesn't seem likely, because Nathanos has never had sway over her. Maybe in life. Maybe when she was the Ranger General and he managed to convince her or whatever to train him to be a ranger. But aside from that, she just owns him. So if the jailer intervened somehow to keep Nathanos from reuniting with Sylvanas, what possible motivation could there be for that? Could he be on some secret mission in the Shadowlands? I don't really think things went as planned. Everything's supposed to go to the mall. And we're assuming everything goes to the mall. But we have seen souls who went other places, not the mall, when they should have gone to the mall. We know that other forces of death can interfere all over the place. So, could his soul have gone somewhere else? If he had been judged by the Arbiter when it was working, where would Nathanos have gone? He was a ranger. But he wasn't anything special. I don't think he would have gone to Maldraxxus. I feel like Nathanos might have gone to Bastion. And knowing that the Curian can just bypass the Arbiter altogether if they feel like, they're the ones going down and picking the souls up, right? If they suspected or somehow knew that Nathanos' soul belonged to Bastion, or should go to Bastion, could they have just taken it? Could the Mossworn have taken it? They would certainly know who Nathanos is. Do they have ulterior motives? If his soul didn't wind up in the mall, shouldn't Sylvanas be looking for him? Wasn't he expected to wind up in the mall? I feel like they probably discussed this, that may have been the plan. Which is why he more or less egged Rhonda on to kill him. Unless that was never the plan, and Sylvanas didn't want him to rejoin her, and he just decided that on his own, feeling the way he does for her. In which case she would have no reason to think he'd be there and wouldn't know one way or the other if his soul had gone missing. Or could Sylvanas deliberately be avoiding him? I did say that she doesn't just hold him with a certain disregard, but almost even a contempt. Like, he failed her in some way, or she can't look at him for some reason. I had said that they were likely at least lovers before death. Maybe not married, maybe didn't have a child. If they had a child and he failed to protect that child, then yes, that would certainly be reason enough for her just to not care what his fate becomes. But there are other reasons that she might have a certain amount of contempt for him. What if she's not sure that anything she ever felt was real? What if she feels like every emotion she ever had, even in life, was manipulated? Like the forces, not just of death, but the entire cosmos, can intervene in more than just our surrounding world, and more than just the physical realm of Azeroth, but they can actually influence us, influence our feelings and emotions. So maybe she doesn't trust that what she felt for Nathanos in life was real. Maybe it doesn't matter whether it was real or not. She doesn't feel that way now. She is clearly trying to destroy any lingering hope and any other lingering mortal feelings that all of the Forsaken have. She's trying to release them from it. She's been telling them for so long how pointless it is, and she's probably frustrated with Nathanos. He's supposed to be her lapdog. He's supposed to be her #1 guy. And here she is trying to explain to all of the Forsaken that they need to let go. And her #1 guy isn't listening. She's telling him how frustrated she is with the Forsaken for clinging to hope and clinging to life and clinging to these mortal feelings that are now irrelevant, and he's not listening either. I can imagine she would have no use for him if he's gonna cling to useless mortal emotions. Why should she bother? He's not hearing what she's saying. He's not getting the grand picture. Even he questioned her when she killed the Forsaken, the ones that were returning from the meeting, the ones that didn't try to run with their mortal families and abandon her. When she burned down Teldrassil, Nathanos questioned her. Nathanos may not have openly challenged her, but even if he was just in his head worrying about her decisions, she would have known. She would have sensed his doubt. She may have even taken that as disloyalty even from him. She clearly doesn't trust anyone. She's got major trust issues, so I think regardless of whether or not the whole thing with her and Sourfang was planned, like whether or not it was a faked thing that she and Sourfang planned, I do think her statement to him about trusting him was legit. I think she's got trust issues. That if Nathanos didn't understand things the way she wanted him to, she might have taken it as a betrayal. If he was still clinging on to feelings of hope and love and all that, she can't trust him. So maybe he's in the mall. Maybe he's in the mall being tortured somewhere, and she's not gonna go help him. She's not worried about it. I don't know. I feel like it'll be interesting to see what becomes of him. We've seen Tyrande a few times. She's popping up here and there. But no Nathanos. I don't know. I could just be looking into it too much. I could just be looking for something that's not there. Maybe he has no continuing story. Maybe his part is completely done and Blizzard's just like, no, we're done with him. Still, he had his own cinematic in which he clearly wanted to be killed and was certain he would go straight to the mall. Blizzard could have just been telling us a little something about the Shadowlands before we really got into it. They could have just been straight up saying, hey, Sylvanas and Nathanos knew what was going on and where souls were going and that all this stuff was broken. That could have just been their way of telling us that. But typically, the cinematics team, they have a way of giving us more than what we realize. It's like they'll use one small scene, one small sentence to tell us multiple things. So yeah, they could have been telling us that, and they could have at the same time been telling us that Nathanos has a significant role to play later, and that if he doesn't show up in the mall right away, we should be asking why. Like, maybe they're trying to tell us that even now, even with the Arbiter down and everything, like, souls can still go to other places because the various forces of death can pretty much do whatever they want, apparently. They can just, you know, reincarnate people, turn people into Loa, pick up souls and bypass the Arbiter altogether and just drop them straight into the Maw. I'm not sure how all the Night Elves wound up in Ardenweald, if they were all, if like all souls were supposed to go to the Maw. They clearly wound up in Ardenweald, so just saying. Maybe Nathanos thought that's where he was gonna go, and he didn't. And if he didn't go to the Maw, where is he, and why? So yeah, I just wanted to put that thought out there, just also to remind everyone that he is still a character. I wouldn't necessarily call him a significant character, but I wouldn't call him an insignificant character either. He's the supporting actor. So I just want to remind everyone that we haven't seen him as of yet in the Shadowlands, and that maybe we should be keeping him in the back of our minds, because Blizzard may have something in store for us. Just putting that out there. Where is Sylvanas' dearly beheaded champion?